up, guys? Smash Shaper here, and I just want to give out a quick Easter egg guide on Terminus. Now, I'm not going to waste no time. Let's get it. First thing you want to do is turn on all the generator powers, and then from there, you want to build yourself the wonder weapon. Now, I already have a full guide video, the link down in the description below. Be sure to check that out if you guys don't know how to build the wonder weapon. So, once you got the wonder weapon, you then want to head to each of these trap rooms, but you need to find the one that has a broken vent. I'm showing all three of the locations where they're at right now. The second possible location could be here in the lab, and then the third one could be the other side of the lab. So again, like I said, you want to find the one that has the broken vent, and then you want to use the trap, and then the squid will come on, and then you want to shoot at it with the wonder weapon, and it will drop a key card. You then want to pick that piece up, and then after that, you want to head to Peck and give that to him. And then for this step, you kind of have to go back to the lab, kind of like unlock Nathan. It will show his face and all that, but it has a code. Now for this step, it's a little weird. So what we have to do is go to each three rooms. The first one will be Crooked Vive. You have to find a clock here. So depending what hour you have, that's what number it is. Now let's say for example, if it's like 5 something, or like, you know, anything that's something, it will always be 5. For this next one here is where this little card is and Mirror's Hole. Whatever you have is the number. So I had 1 there, so it's 1. And this last one will be right here where the number is, as you guys can see right in front of you. And they want to put in the code there, and then it will unlock Nathan. And you know, it'll show like this little, I guess you can call it like a little cutscene, I guess. And then, like, he's gonna be coming out as a monster. So I recommend you to watch out for this part, because there's a lot of sprinting zombies in this part. If you have to jump on the water, jump on the water like I just did as I showed you. So I know I was fast forwarding here because it took me a while to kill the boss. It's like a mini boss. So what you have to do in this part is kind of like just shoot him and run. It could be very tricky doing this, but there are easier ways, just like, you know, just make sure you have like a pack-a-punch weapon, and you know, at least level 2, you know, or have level 2 armor or 3. But what I did here was that I just really took my time. You know, what you want to do is when he's after you, you just kind of like want to go on your own pace, like just run and shoot him, run and shoot him, run and shoot him. It takes time, but sometimes eventually he'll get tired out. As you guys can see, I didn't really finish the whole thing. He just got tired out, and then the screen went black, and then it played his cutscene. As you guys can see right here, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky, but that was my way of doing it. Now, once that's done, you then want to go ahead and pick up this key card, as you guys can see in the bottom floor. Make sure you pick that up after you beat the boss, and then from there, you want to head back to the computer room. And what you want to do here is interact with the whole square and wait till it says network connection arrow. Now, what you have to do here is that you want to grab a boat, and you want to head to the shipwreck where the ship is, kind of like a little Titanic thing. You want to head underneath it, and then as you guys want to climb in that ladder and head up there, it will open the door for you, and then you guys can see the 2 canisters there. You want to pick it up, drop it off. The screen will go white, and what you want to do here is survive a bunch of zombies. You know, you just gotta survive like 3 ways, I guess. It'll be sprinty zombies, so be careful. Just make sure you have perks. Make sure you have stamina. You know, pick up your wonder weapon or your weapon. You know, do whatever it takes to survive. You know, and once you get that done, a max ammo will show up. And then what you want to do is pick up one of the canisters. If you're playing solo, you have to go back and forth with it, just to let you guys know. But if it's co-op, you know, both of you guys can pick it up at the same time. Now, what you want to do here is that the canister you have here, keep in mind you can't run with the canister. You have to pretty much walk. If you have zombies chasing you, if you have to drop the canister, just press circle, and then you pick it right back up. Now, what I'm showing you guys here is the location where you can place the canister. One is like seed case, kind of near where speed cola is. You want to place it, that little wire thing you guys just saw there. And then what I'm doing here, I'm going back and getting my second canister. And the second location where you want to place the canister is back here where the sea is, the little island. That's where you want to place the second one. Now, once you get that done, you have to go back to Peck, and he will give you this hacking device. Make sure you pick this up, because you won't be able to do the step without the thing he gives you. Now, as you guys can see from here for me, it took me a while to get it. Sometimes it takes a couple of seconds for him to give it to you. Just be patient, you know. Once you grab that little piece there, you then want to go back to the boat, and you have to like drive around the island. As you guys can see, you have to find 3 of these signal little thingies. You then want to hold square next to it, and they will show up a hacking computer. You want to get that done by holding square. Now I will show the other 2 locations of where the hacking device. Here's another location as I'm showing here around the sea. And I'm already doing my hacking thing, as I should be doing. It also has a timer, by the way, so be aware of that. You kind of have to be quick for this step. And the last one is right behind the shipwreck boat, kind of like past the island. If you do have spawning zombies chase you, make sure you shoot them off because you don't want to go down. Now once you get all the hacking devices done, you then need to head back to lab because it will start a timer. What you have to do here is head back to lab and you have to defuse all these bombs. Now I was fast forwarding here a little bit to kind of like show where all the locations are. You know, if you have zombies in the way, you know, try not to get hit by them. Also use eat to try. I think is very useful for this kind of stuff, especially if you're playing on solo. As you guys can see here, I'm showing all the where the locations are for the first, second, and third one. There are like 3 of them. It takes a while for it to go down, so you know you have to hold square on it. You have to finish this before the timer runs out, by the way. And once you get that done, you're pretty much up to the boss fight. So you then want to head to this little room as I'm showing here where the door is, where my friend was hitting the location. Now I did have a little footage here, me live streaming doing the boss fight. I didn't want to waste time trying to do the boss fight again because the boss was just annoying. As you guys can see here, this is now the boss fight. Now for the first wave, you have to shoot where the little orb ball thing is in the side of his arms. You want to shoot that so he can take some damage, you know. This boss fight, you know, took some time to get used to and kind of beat. You know, it took us a couple of tries, so you know it's okay if you fail for the first try. At least you'll know what to do next time. You kind of like have to go through this a couple of times just to, you know, finish it. Now this second wave here, he will turn into lava. You don't want to shoot his mouth and also his arms, but most of all shoot his mouth. Shooting his body will work too, but mainly shoot his mouth. Now this last wave is very difficult. He will do a charge attack. Now when he is charging, you want to jump to the water because if you don't, he will take you down and it's over. Now what you have to do here is when he pops out again, as you guys can see the ice that's all over his body, you want to shoot at his ice. But when he's charging, immediately jump to the water because he will like take all your health down. And you know, just keep shooting his body from ice until he eventually dies. You also have to watch out for his attack when he's eating, so just be mindful about that. You want to make sure you're away from that. And then, you know, eventually just keep shooting his icy body and then you're pretty much done with the boss fight. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this Easter egg. I hope you guys like this video and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.